guys, it's Sarah, and today is BookList Thursday. This is a video series I do with my friend Lindsay over at Lindsay's Little Library. And every Thursday we bring you some sort of list or book topic that we feel like talking about for the week. And this week we are going to be doing our TBRs for the Book of the Month Ketchup-a-Thon. Readathon. Ketchup-a-Thon is a readathon that is being hosted by Amy from Amy's Bookish Life and Krista from Books and Jams. They came up with this Book of the Month themed readathon that's going to be for 2 weeks in October. It goes from the 9th to the 22nd, so kind of the 2 middle weeks in October. And it's such a cool prompt list and idea around a readathon that helps you pick books from your Book of the Month shelf. Now, if you do not subscribe to Book of the Month, that's okay. They still encourage you to use books from your TBR. It doesn't have to be Book of the Month. But that is something that's kind of like, if you can, they would like you to focus on that. But if you really can't, you can still participate. Just use books from your TBR and it's totally fine. The prompts worked for either one. So this whole concept is so cool and unique. I've never seen anything like it. So the way you pick your TBR is you build your own burger. So there's different prompts for different aspects of like a hamburger that you would order in a restaurant. And you pick the type of meat, you pick the bun, you pick the toppings, you pick the condiments. There's even activities that are going to be for French fry sizes, small, medium, large, and they're just activities. It's not reading. So that's fun to do in addition to it. And so we're going to build a burger. And I really tried to what would I order? I didn't try to go off the prompts. I tried to go off what would I order in a restaurant? So hopefully this will all work out. Okay, so the prompts are here. I am going to leave both Krista and Amy's announcement videos down below where you can get this, and they kind of go through the prompts a little bit more in depth as well. But the first ingredient is your burger. So you choose one. You can choose a veggie, a turkey, or a beef. Now, if I'm ordering a burger, I'm going for the beef. That's just what I like. So the beef is your oldest Book of the Month book. So my very first, the one that was in my very first Book of the Month box was in July of 2020. That was my very first one when I first subscribed. And this was the first one that I ordered. And that's Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. And this is the perfect month to read this because this is like a Gothic kind of, I think, like a light horror book. I have not read anything by this author yet, but I really want to. I have a couple of her books. And, the pages are kind of yellowed on the outside here. Can you see that? Yeah, they're kind of yellowed. That happened with another older one too. So that's kind of interesting. The pages inside are fine, just on the outsides. But yeah, so I definitely want to read this and we'll see how it goes. I don't know a whole lot about it. Don't really want to know a whole lot about it, but it was definitely all the rage when it first came out and people still talk about it. So this is my oldest one. Okay, the next one is Choose Your Bun. So there's a sesame, a whole wheat, and a rye. If I were ordering, I would do sesame. And that is to read a book by an author that you've already read from before. And funnily enough, Krista and I picked the same book because I watched her TBR this morning and I was like, oh, I picked that one too, and I've already picked it. So that is The Book of Cold Cases by Simone St. James. I love Simone St. James. I read a few of her books, especially her newer ones. Her backlist they're a little iffy for me, whether or not I really super enjoy them, but her newer ones, 100% enjoy. So I'm really excited for this one. This is her newest one. And I believe this follows a podcaster, true crime blogger, close, true crime blogger. And she gets the opportunity to interview a woman who has been not convicted. People are convinced that she committed a murder and then she got away with it. And so because of that, she lives kind of reclusively, doesn't really want to be around people because they don't respond to her very well. But she gets the opportunity to interview her and kind of tell her life story. And so she's giving this true crime blogger all her information and stuff. So very excited to read this. It should be ghosty. And again, perfect time. Okay, next one is pick your condiments. Now, there is ketchup, mustard, and mayo, and these are strictly like the colors on the cover. So red, yellow, white. So whichever condiments you want, pick those colors on the cover. I'm going to be greedy and pick all three because I would get all three of those on my burger. I would get ketchup, mustard, and mayo. I totally would. And I found a book that has all three colors. I was so excited. And I'm really excited to read it. This is The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. This is a fantasy book, the first book in a fantasy series, actually. This is book 1 in the Sandsea trilogy, and the second one is coming out next year. Like, I think they already have a date for it, so that's exciting. I believe this gets very political. Let me wrap my mind around it. Hang on. Okay, yes. Okay, yeah. So this follows our main character who is a thief and she steals magic. How cool is that? And this is kind of set in a world where there's a lot of things that are not real. And so trying to decipher what's real and what's not can be very tricky. And then when it comes to the government, like that can get really, really tricky because obviously you're only going to be able to see what they want you to see, that type of stuff. That's all I really got from the synopsis. I wasn't going too far into it because I do want to go into this and kind of just see what I feel. But I've heard very, very good things about it, and I really do want to read it. This is a chunker. This is one of my bigger ones, but like red, there's some red in here for sure. And obviously the book of the month thing is red. Lots of yellow and white. So all three colors. Okay, toppings. This one was fun because I would probably have more toppings, but I didn't want to go too overboard. So the toppings are pickles, onions, cheese, bacon, lettuce, and tomato. So I kind of went with the two that I 100% knew that I would pick on my burger out of everything. I would probably do lettuce and tomato too, but I was like, keep it together, Sarah. So cheese. I have to have cheese on my burger. That is to pick a book that is over 500 pages. Now, I don't have a book of the month that is over 500 pages. Like I checked all of them and none of them are 500 pages plus. But so I picked the one that was closest to 500 pages, and that is Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Boulley. This is a young adult. It's actually been marketed as a thriller. We'll see. I think it's more mystery, but it follows an Indigenous community. And so this one has 493 pages, I think. So that's the closest that I was going to be able to get. I may try to listen to this one very possibly. If this doesn't end up happening, I could double up and use this one, even though I'm tripling up on the condiments. But I could use this one as well. So this one's probably going to be more of a priority for me, and I could just use it for the cheese if I need to. They are encouraging you to double up on prompts, but this one has 463. So more than 450, I think can definitely work. But if I can do this one, I think I will as well. And I'm probably, like I said, going to listen to this on audio. So this may be my audiobook for the 2 weeks. That may end up happening. So hopefully I can get to it. And this is another one that was also recommended in our BookTube Besties reading retreat. And it was one I had on my shelf. So that was exciting. So yeah, but I would like to get to this one if I can. And then I have to have bacon. Like, that's why I picked bacon and cheese, because bacon cheeseburgers are the way to my heart. Like, if we go out to eat, if there's a bacon cheeseburger on the menu, a lot of times I'm going to order it. So the prompt for bacon is your most anticipated book of the month. This was hard because there were a few, but I picked one that was on my most anticipated releases of the year, and one that I am hearing such good things about, and it just came out last month. So I picked Alice Feeney's Daisy Darker. This came out in August. I've heard such good things about it, and I have heard that this is a really good October read, so that's another reason I wanted to pick it up. So this follows a family that goes to their grandmother's isolated estate that's set on an island, and while they are there, I think a big storm happens and things start coming out. This is very much an homage to And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, which I loved. So I've heard like you're going to get those, those types of feels while reading this book, and I'm hearing great things. So I'm really excited. And I loved her last book, Rock, Paper, Scissors, as well. So I'm hoping I'm going to love this one too. But yeah, so this is definitely on my list too. And then there are some prompts for French fries, and it's just small, medium, large. So a small is 1 activity. So if you do 1 activity, you get a small fry. 2 activities is medium, and 3 activities is large. So that's just fun. And the activities are things like review a book on their site, read with a fun beverage, try a chapter with Book of the Month books, participate in reading sprints, and feature a Book of the Month book on Instagram. Those are very easy. I can probably do most of those. So, yeah, like guys, this is so much fun and so unique. And when I saw it, I was like, that is the coolest thing. And I love like building your own burger. And now I'm going to have to go get a burger at some point during this readathon, right? All right. So this is my burger for Book of the Month readathon. 5 books in 2 weeks is very realistic for me. And I do have 2 longer ones in here. Yeah. So those are the only ones that are like, I hope I can get through both of those in 2 weeks. That would be ideal, but I guess we'll see. So I think this is realistic. Hopefully I can get through all of them. Again, I will leave both of the ladies' announcements down below, and I hope you guys are going to join in too. It's so much fun. I love this premise. So make sure you go check out Lindsay today and see what burger she's going to be putting on her order, because she is also going to be doing the readathon and talking about what she's going to pick for these prompts. And we will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.